Hi, I'm Mark Rudin. Today I'm going to be using Splice samples to add ambience to a track that I've been working on. Here in my Ableton session, I have some tracks that I carried over from my previous video. It consists of this acoustic guitar here that I played and chopped up. And then I have this acoustic guitar percussion, which is me playing percussion on the body of the acoustic guitar. And then I have some Splice samples in which I customized to build this song. And now what I want to do is I want to create some ambience in this song and bring it to sort of a more modern place with that. So I'm going to go over to Splice here. I found this sample right here, which is very ambient. It's from Notel Presents Nocturnal. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag that into my session here. And I'm going to give it another listen. Okay, so I hear everything I want to use right there in that first measure. So I'm going to get rid of the rest of it. I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to listen to it one more time. And I'm going to create two parts out of this. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get rid of this here. And what I'm hearing is using this bit and this bit here. Okay, so I'm going to drag this guy down to its own track. I'm going to leave that muted for a minute. I'm just going to work with this first piece here. And I'm actually hearing this hit right on 2 and 4 with those snaps. Nice, and I do want that to sort of just repeat throughout my loop. Cool. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I want to add some shimmer to this. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab Echo Boy Jr. And this is definitely something that I want to feel more than hear. I don't want to hear a repeat on the delay. So that means I'm going to bring down the feedback a little bit. And I'm also going to bring down this mix knob so that it's just there. I'm going to put a low cut on it and add some saturation. Nice. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to bring this back, and by bring this back I mean make it sound far away, and that's basically what reverbs do, is they make things sound far away. So I'm going to use Valhalla Room for that, and this is a great plugin for making things sound huge and very distant. So I'm going to bring this down to around 50%. Let's see what that sounds like. Yeah. And that's sounding pretty much the way I want it to right now. So let's go ahead and jump down to this second little bit that I have here. And I'm hearing these sort of play with each other, go back and forth. This answers the first sample that I have. So let's hear, I dropped this on beat 3 of the second measure there. Let's hear how it sounds. Yeah, that's what I want it to do. But right off the bat, I noticed that this sample, it just sounds like it doesn't fit, and that's because it is playing a note that is out of the key of this song. So this song is in B. That makes a lot of sense because, as you can see, this sample is for a song in G minor, which G minor and B minor don't go together very well. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this around in terms of pitch to find where it fits into my song. The best way to do that is to grab whatever transposition tool you have in your DAW right here in Ableton. It's very easy. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to start moving up and down in half steps to see if I can find the right note that fits in my track here. So okay, right away I could tell I don't want to go up. I'm going to go down 1/2 step. And that actually sounds right. It also makes sense because being in G, I moved it down to F sharp, and F sharp certainly works in the key of B minor. So that should work just fine. So let's hear that now. Cool. So with that, I do want to hear a delay on that. I want it to repeat. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab Echo Boy again, Echo Boy Jr. And I want to hear this repeat in a quarter note, so I'm going to put it on quarter note. I'm going to turn up the feedback a little bit so I definitely hear the actual echo notes of it. And I'm going to turn the mix knob up a little bit more. So let's hear how that's sounding. Cool. The other thing is I'm going to do some filtering, which you could do right here in Echo Boy Jr. I'm going to cut out this high and the lows so that way that the repeated sound is different than the initial sound. I'm also going to add this saturation and some input drive. I want to give it a little bit of drive there. I'm going to make up for it by turning down the output just a little bit. Cool. So that's definitely doing what I want it to do. But I also want to bring this way back so it sounds like it's really far away. So for that, I'm going to use Valhalla Vintage Verb. And I'm going to bring the mix knob down a little bit, put on the low cut. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to duplicate that throughout my loop. And let's hear it. That's sounding a little repetitive to me. I want it to be a little bit more interesting than this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mess with these clips a little bit more. First thing I want to do is I'm going to take this first guy and I'm going to pop him up an octave. Let's hear how that sounds. Cool. And then this second one, I'm actually just going to go in and I'm going to reverse it, which is very easy in Ableton. You just hit R and you can reverse it. Let's hear how that one sounds. Cool. That one I'm going to leave it where it is. And this one I'm also going to reverse, but I'm also going to bring it up an octave. So there's my loop all together. So next thing I want to do is I want to turn these down because it's just ambient. I want it to just sort of be there, and I don't want you to be able to hear it too well.